Hi, Natalie Jones, dietitian. I'm here today to talk about what happens when you don't like cooking or you hate cooking or you feel that you can't cook. So it may surprise you, I'm a dietitian, but I'm not that interested in cooking, and I kind of got better at it really when I had my daughter, but up until that point I wasn't really like that fussed about actual cooking. So I understand what it's like, and I've got a couple of tips today. One thing that helped quite a bit with me was maybe just looking up 1 or 2 recipes that look quite good and just repeating them and cooking in bulk. So having a look, having a little Google online, thinking maybe 1 or 2 things that look quite nice, and make 20 portions of the thing. And basically what you're doing is you're just cooking it, having what you want that day, maybe saving a couple of portions in the fridge for the next few days, but put the rest of it in portions in the freezer, because most things you can just cook straight from frozen. So that can be quite helpful if you're not sure what you're going to have. If you look in the freezer, you've got your things all portioned up, and all you need to do then is just put that frozen cube of frozen food on the hob, and then just heat it up, and just make sure it's totally hot throughout before you eat anything. But that can be quite helpful. But maybe just focusing on 1 or 2 things. Sometimes it can feel a bit daunting that you're learning how to cook or you're doing more things and there's just too many things to be concentrating on. But looking at 1 or 2 new recipes. The other thing is anything that you can make, just double up on. But one thing that I find quite helpful is I'm a big pasta person. I like eating pasta quite a bit. But there's lots of different varieties of sauces you can make. So whether that's bolognese or puttanesca sauce or arrabbiata sauce. And these are things that are really easy to make in bulk, but they can vary that pasta meal quite a lot. Particularly as well if you're then putting like a side salad with it, or if you're really haven't got any time, just buying the kind of cut up vegetables already and just putting that on the side with some dressing on that. Things like making soups or making ratatouille and pasta sauces, a lot of the ingredients are really similar. You know, you're looking at things like tinned tomatoes, different kinds of vegetables, pulses like lentils, beans, that kind of thing, that go in a lot of those different types of foods. And you can actually have one day, or maybe a couple of hours in the evening, where you make 3 or 4 things that are really similar. So things that you're basically just chopping up, putting in a saucepan, having boiling water on it and letting things simmer, and then divvy it up into the different portions. And that can be quite helpful if you're wanting kind of nutritious food, and you're wanting things to be kind of available when you get back from work, that you know that you can count on as being kind of healthy, but also then you're not having to start from scratch every evening and start making lots of things, which can feel kind of quite daunting. I just like the idea of having things in the freezer and those being your own kind of ready meals. We always think of ready meals as being really unhealthy and things that have got loads of salt and sugar and added fat and different things in, but you can make your own ready meals that are just ready for you to then thaw when you're ready. So hopefully that's helpful, and hopefully you can find some tasty stuff online. Okay.